Oi, shipmates, Facebookers, and YouTubers. Old Uncle Raggy here, ready for Halloween. I'm just going to wear my normal face because it's scary enough. I'll probably get lots of candy or rocks thrown at me. Here we go. I'm going to let Captain Jack take over now because he wants to tell you all about the 2017 Master Gardeners Association, Scarecrow thing, Scarecrow Trail. So turning it over to Captain Jack. Captain, it's up to you. Make it happen, Captain. Ahoy, shipmates, Facebookers, YouTubers, and people who are out tricking and treating. The one good thing about living way out here on the farm, we don't get to see no trick-or-treaters. But I get to eat all the candy that we bought in case we do see a trick-or-treater, which we haven't in many, many years. Wait, about 8 or 10 years ago, my cousin's daughter came to trick-or-treat. And that was a long, long time ago. So, the 2017 Texas Master Gardeners Association had their Scarecrow Trail, and for everybody who didn't pick up their scarecrows by noon Saturday, I've got their scarecrows back there on the trailer, and they'll go into, we had an old pull-behind trailer, camping trailer, and so we put all the ones that aren't used in there, and then next year it's easy for us to have a scarecrow. So, it's a long thing, okay? So I'm cutting it up into pieces. So this what you'll be seeing next is going to be part 1. Or, in case you're trying to learn Spanish, uno, dos, 1, 2, and maybe tres, maybe 3 parts. So, Captain Jack, Billy Bones over there, Billy Bones Jr., Billy Bones Jr.'s wife, ducks. It rained all night last night, so the ducks are all over the yard. They love it when it rains. I guess that's about it. So, until next time, Captain Jack, Billy Bones Jr., Billy Bones Jr.'s mama, ducks, and everybody saying, thanks for watching. Adios. We had 2 Hobbit houses this year, and this is the first of the 2 that we had. Here's the second of the Hobbits, and I sure wanted that little man and those little animals for my train set. This is the Scarecrow from Angelina House, which is a home health care facility, a new one here in East Texas. I especially like this one myself because of the 2 small angels down at the bottom. And here from the movies and the television show, The Addams Family, is Cousin It. Remember Cousin It, and he is being sponsored by the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce. This is Angel Wings, done by a first-year intern for the Texas Master Gardeners Association. It was really beautiful in the sunshine. This is by the Cherokee Civic Theater, which operates down in Russ, Texas. And, of course, it's the classic Greek comedy tragedy mask, which was inspired by their god of wine, Diogenes. And it was really, really good looking. It was not exactly a scarecrow, but it's certainly good looking. This is by the Jacksonville Public Library, and it's called The Nightmare Before Christmas, which, of course, is based on the famous Tim Burton stop animation movie of the same name, which features Jack Skellington. Burton did most of this while he was still an animator over at Walt Disney Studios, where, by the way, my Uncle Buster was also an animator over at Walt Disney Studios in California, of course. and Danny Elfman did the music for that motion picture. This is the bingo party, and it was designed and put out by the Arbor Health Rehabilitation, which is another name for a nursing home. And it's the 4 people sitting around the table, and they're playing bingo, and it's completely surrounded by other little scarecrows and big scarecrows. Now, this is the longest clip I have, and by the way, this one won the People's Choice Award. It was the #1 for People's Choice. It did not win the #1 place for reasons I do not know. This is a long clip, and it was sponsored by the Guardians of 4-H. 4-H is a young people's club here in the United States. It was founded in 1902 over in Ohio, when Ohio was about the center of the farming in the United States. It stands for the head, heart, hands, and health. And it's an organization with over 6 million people today in the United States. And it's to teach the younger people some of the things that they will need to adapt to the modern world, especially for the farm children. This next entry is by the Keep Jacksonville Beautiful organization. And of course it's called Let's Glitter, Not Litter. And they have 2 scarecrows, as you can see, and the 2 signs, and it was a pretty good scarecrow exhibit. This is from the First Christian Church here in Jacksonville, and it's entitled Ma and Pa Kettle. I don't know if y'all remember this, but when I was a boy, of course you wouldn't unless you're over 75. When I was a boy, the Ma and Pa Kettle on the farm movies were just really big. Marjorie Main played Ma Kettle, and she was very much in charge. Pa Kettle did absolutely nothing, and he had 2 Indian helpers, and so together they got in trouble, and of course it always took Ma to get everybody out of trouble. So this is Ma and Pa Kettle. This entry is from the New Summerfield Lions Club, which is a small community just to the west of Jacksonville. I think it's a lion with wearing glasses, holding a bear, reading a book. But the sign was written so that I couldn't hardly read it, as you can see in the video, and I didn't have on my glasses. So there, that's it. It reads, Lions provide glasses for our little ones. This is the Jacksonville Independent School District entry, which won first prize at the Scarecrow Trail this year. It shows a Jacksonville football player, some moms, then a representation of a portion of the wall of the famous Tomato Bowl here in Jacksonville, along with a scoreboard that says we've got something to crow about, and of course the visitors are none, and Jacksonville is a high number. Now the Tomato Bowl was built in the 1930s by the WPA program, which was a program to put people back to work during the Great Depression. Recently, a storm knocked a portion of the wall down, and the local artisans put it back so well that you would be very, very hard-pressed to find where the break happened. During my band days, I marched many, many a mile up and down here at the Tomato Bowl. This is the entry from Eastside Elementary School, a school that I attended when I was growing up here. It shows the different things that theoretically are taught there. This is all a bunch of probably fibs, because currently Jacksonville Eastside School is a pre-K to the 4th grade. Now, when I went to school, you had two schools. There was elementary school, 1 to 8, high school, 9 to 12. Nowadays, they've got elementary, pre-K, middle, junior high, and all sorts of stuff. But this is an entry, and I think since the grade ages are only up to the 4th grade, probably the teachers did every bit of this. This is the famous little boy blue, come blow your horn, sheep's in the meadow, cows in the corn. Where is that boy that looks after the sheep? He's under the hayrack, fast asleep. Will you wake him? No, not I, for if I do, he'll be sure to cry. Jim Harkins is a very active member in the Cherokee County Master Gardener Association. This scene was presented by the Jacksonville Middle School cheerleaders, wherever the middle school is and whatever middle school is. It's a pretty good deal. They've made a pretty good venue. A scenic in here. A lot of people just put up the one scarecrow, which is okay, but people really enjoy seeing something like this, where you've got a cheerleader, you've got a football player, you've got some stuff going on. This is a pretty good thing. Overall, I think the kids at the Jacksonville Middle School cheerleader, I think they did a really good job. This was submitted by John and Linda Taylor, both of whom are members of the Master Gardeners Association, Texas Master Gardeners Association, Cherokee County Master Gardeners Association, and all of that. The little boy over on the left is looking up at the very ghostly and chickeny looking Scarecrow and say, "Hey, you're not my sister." From the Jacksonville High School drum beat and the yearbook. Now, I wrote for the monthly newsletter for the school when I was a freshman, and we wouldn't call it the drum beat. Of course, a yearbook's a yearbook. I think this represents a person with a camera, taking pictures for the yearbook, most likely to not succeed, things like that, most likely to go to jail forever. I think that was mine. And anyway, this is the Jacksonville High School drum beat and yearbook entry. One story on the council capers, the student council, and resigned immediately. This is the Rusk Independent School District Fine Arts Club entry. What can I say? Scarecrows never protected pumpkins, and this is not the original Scarecrow, but hell, they're in Rusk. This is the Rusk Independent School District Art Club's entry called Jack O' Munch. I don't know what I can even say about this. There it is, and it's an art club, so let's hope it's artist of the 3rd grade or 2nd grade or something. Anyway, this is Jack O' Munch by the Rusk Independent School District Art Club.